All right, so now that we have our mind map, let's go ahead and do a couple of things. First thing that I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm working on the proper folder. So I'm going to take this photo comp exercise. You can have a different name. It all depends on the exercise that you're working on. I'm going to go ahead and cut that from here. Remember, it's on the downloads, and I'm going to move it into my folder. And based on the weekly activity that you're working, you're going to place it on any of the folders here. It might change based on the class or the month or whatever it is. For this case, I'm going to put it in week 3. That's where actually I'm working on. And if you have the lesson that you're working on, if it's 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, you could actually create a folder named 1.1, for example, for lesson 1 or exercise 1, and you could place it right in there. So it's up to you, again, how you organize these, but the better you have them organized, the easier it is to work with everything. The reason why I'm putting it here is because I want to start working now with my files organized in place. So as I save versions of these, they actually kind of accumulate on the location that I want where all my assets exist. So now what I'm going to do is this version right here, that is student version 1, I'm going to save a new version of this with all my annotations in place. So I'm going to go File, Save As, and I'm going to look for that location. So we were on week 3, so I'm going to go, in this case, you can have it on your documents. Wherever you have that file is where you're going to have to place it. So here's my folder for my class, and in there, in this, for example, this exercise, let's say is week 3, it's 1.1, Photoshop exercise, and there it is. So what I want to do is I want to label it as version 2. You never want to save over the same one. And the reason for this is you want to make sure that you have safety nets. And as you go back, everything is usually saved on a version, then the art director does a revision, and then you move to the next version. So these are your working files. So what I want to do is I want to save it as version 2. It's going to be a PSD, and let's hit save. Now with everything in there, you notice that version 2 just got saved in that folder, and now my safety net is there, so if something happens, I could always go back to the previous version. So you're going to continue doing this as you go, so don't forget to save. Even if I don't save, you should make it a habit to save every couple of minutes, okay? All right, so now that we have all this, let's do a little bit more organization. So let's take these elements right here, the annotations, Control G on your keyboard to group it, or you could select them, all the layers, and click on the grouping option here. And then let's go ahead and name this annotations. And now that we have all this, you could save it because now it's version 2. If you notice up here, because we save it as version 2, it's switched to version 2. So I'm going to go just normal save. I don't need to do incremental for this one because we haven't changed anything major on the exercise. And now it's time to start working.